Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel and today we are going to talk about facial bones. So let's start our topic with introduction. Human skull is divided into two main parts, the cranial bones and facial bones. While the cranial bones protect the brain, facial bones form the framework of the face. These bones give shape to the face, they protect sensory organs and provide attachment for facial muscles that are essential for expression, chewing and speech. There are 14 facial bones in total, most of which exist in pair, except for mandible and the vomer. List of facial bones. Facial bones include 14 facial bones that include 12 paired bones and 2 unpaired bones. 12 paired bones include 2 maxillary bones, 2 zygomatic bones, 2 nasal bones, 2 lacrimal bones, 2 palatine bones, and 2 inferior nasal conchae. Then there are unpaired facial bones that include 1 vomer and 1 mandible. All facial bones, now let's talk about them. So first is maxilla, that is paired bone. That means there are 2 maxilla in every skull. As you can see in diagram, the blue color bone that is holding up the upper teeth is maxilla. It forms the upper jaw and central part of the face. They hold the upper teeth and form part of orbits, nasal cavity and hard palate. They contain maxillary sinuses that are the largest paranasal sinuses which help in lightening the skull and resonating the voice. Next cranial bone, facial bone we have is zygomatic bones. As you can see, the purple color bone just beside the maxillary bone is the zygomatic bone. They are also paired bones, that means there are 2 zygomatic bones in every skull. They are commonly known as cheekbones. They form the prominence of cheek and they part of the orbit. They articulate with the temporal bones to form the zygomatic arch that is an important landmark of the face. Next facial bone we have is nasal bone. As you can see in diagram, the green color bone just in front of maxilla is the nasal bone. They are pair bones, that means there are 2 nasal bones in every skull. They are small rectangular bones that form the bridge of the nose. They provide attachment for cartilage of nose. They give shape and support to its upper part. Next facial bone we have is lacrimal bone. They are pair bone, as you can see in the orbit. They are visible and they are the smallest bone of the face that are located in the inner corner of the orbits. They contain the lacrimal fossa, which houses the lacrimal sac that is part of tear drainage system. It is essential for passage of tear from the eyes into the nasal cavity. Next facial bone we have is palatine bone. That is also pair bone, that means there are 2 palatine bones in every skull. They are located at the back of nasal cavity. They form the posterior part of hard palate, part of nasal cavity and small portion of the orbit. They contribute to separating the oral and nasal cavities, which is important for swallowing and speaking. Next cranial bone, facial bone we have is inferior nasal conchae. They are also paired bones, that means there are 2 inferior nasal conchae in every skull. They are curved scroll-like bone projecting into nasal cavity. They function to filter, warm, and humidify the air during breathing by increasing the surface area inside the nasal passage. Next facial bone we have is vomer, that is unpaired bone, that means there is 1 vomer in every skull. It is a thin, flat, single bone that forms the lower part of nasal septum which separates the 2 nostrils. It contributes to proper airflow through the nasal cavity. Next facial bone we have is mandible, that is also unpaired bone, that means there is 1 mandible in every skull. It is the lower jaw bone that is the largest and strongest facial bone. It is only movable bone of the skull that is connected to temporal bone by temporomandibular joint. It houses the lower teeth and it forms the chin. It plays a vital role in chewing, speaking, and facial expression. Functions of facial bone. First function is protection, as these bones safeguard sensory organs like eyes, nose, and tongue. Second function is support, as these bones provide the framework for the face, holding teeth and forming cavities for respiration and digestion. Third function is facial expression, as these bones serve as an attachment point for muscles that control expression. Fourth function is speech and chewing, as these facial bones assist in mastication and articulation of sounds. Fifth function is airway regulation, as these bones, like nasal bones and conchae, help in respiration by filtering and humidifying inhaled air. Now let's talk about conclusion of this lecture video. There are 14 facial bones together that form unique structure of human face. Each bone has a specific function, from shaping facial features to supporting vital processes like chewing, breathing, and communication. The mandible and vomer are unpaired bone, while the remaining 12 bones are paired bone that collectively ensure that the face is both strong and functional. And this was all about facial bones. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. Thank you for watching.